Now, the extraordinary story of how an abuse survivor turned pain into progress. Perry Power from Ashtead in Surrey was abused by his step-grandfather. But rather than living in silence, he shared his experience with millions online, creating with it a global support network. He's already published a book and now hopes to make a film to help fellow survivors. Keir Mackenzie has been to meet him.
It's social media posts like this that have accumulated more than 100 million views. Perry Power's story, first shared online in 2018, has resonated with people across the globe, inspiring them to break their silence and share their stories of abuse.
I realised, there's other people that have been through the same thing within families, because nobody wants to put their hand up and say, yes, I was abused by a family member. That's something that you keep behind closed doors. The story gives permission for other people to share their story too. And that's what it does. It opens up a doorway for other people to say, yes, me too. It was my dad, it was my uncle, it was whoever, my babysitter. And I've been living in silence for the last 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70 years. And now it's time to speak out. And that's the reaction that my story's had on people.
This social media post has been viewed 15 million times, telling not just Perry's story, but that of his father, who was also abused. The trauma drove him to alcohol and he died aged 48. It was after his death that Perry chose to speak out.
My dad's story is going to be part of my story. And, you know, it was really just to say that my dad's passing hasn't happened in vain. It's happened for a reason. And that reason is to give other people the permission to do the same thing.
Perry publishes books about other people's trauma, has written a book of his own and is seeking funding for a film script about his life. He continues to publish content that opens the door for others to share their story.
Loads of barriers prevent male survivors from discussing abuse. So when you get somebody like Perry, who's prepared to stand up and speak out in the way that he's doing, it has an incredible impact on a lot of other male survivors.
Perry has turned his pain into purpose.
It wasn't like a choice. It was like it was chosen for me. So in a weird way that, okay, Perry, you got a duty here. You know, you got to start sharing. And it's not like it's ever died down. It just seems like the more I share, the more it helps people to break their silence every time.
Keir Mackenzie, BBC South East Today, Ashtead.